Hi everyone. Good day. I am Angel May Martinez Dumadag. Thank you for being here today as your speaker, and I'd like to begin with a simple but powerful title. Waste is not a waste until we waste it. Okay, this title shows an important idea. Waste is not simply something to throw away, but something that can still have value if managed properly. Many of the materials we consider as waste can actually be reduced, reused, or recycled, helping us protect the environment and conserve resources. We choose this topic because um, because improper waste management remain a common and ongoing problem in many communities. During our community duty, we observe and gathered information from different households, and uh, one of the most frequent uh, concern they shared was the issue of waste and how to manage it and where to dispose of it and the lack of proper practices. Okay, so this situation is concerning because poor waste management can lead to serious environmental and health problems, such as pollution, uh, drainage system, and increased risk of like mga disease. And then these challenges show that waste management is not just an individual responsibility but a collective one. So that is why our focus is on strengthening community involvement by encouraging active participation and reuse and recycle practices. Then we can create sustainable habits, improve sanitation, and build a cleaner and healthier community for everyone. Next slide, please. Okay, so the objective, the first one, understand waste as a valuable resource. Second, promote active community participation in 3 Rs. Then, and apply practical waste reduction strategies and strengthening partnership for sustainable impact. Then, encourage behavior change through education. Next slide. Okay, so now I'm going to tackle or discuss the understanding the value of waste, redefining waste as a resource. Then kita natin dyan na we have three example, the composting, upcycling, recycling industries. Uh, when you talk about composting, uh, this is the process of turning organic waste into fertilizer. Like for example, food scrap, like fruit peels, then vegetable leftovers and eggshell. Second example, the upcycling. Um, no, wait. Second example of the composting, like yard waste, like leaves and grass. Kani example is decomposed naturally and become nutrient-rich soil used for gardening or for farming. Okay, now let's proceed to the second one, the upcycling. This means creatively reusing waste. materials to make something of higher value. Example katong mga old na mga damit, yung mga jeans na akala natin hindi na magagamit. Pwede siyang gamitin na, pwede siya gawin na luxury bag, pwede pang gawin na new bag, ganyan. Turning old jeans into bag, using glass bottles as lamps or vases, and making furniture from wooden pallets. Okay. Sa third, kaning recycling industries, um, recycling industries there are system or um, businesses that collect and process waste into a new product. Diba? Like for example, di ba nag-gin tayo, nag-bite tayo ng water na nasa mineral, tapos after mahurot is ginalabay. Kanang ano siya, kanang kanang gani akong ginalabay nga, abi na to dili na mapuslan, pero mapuslan pa di ay. Kanang gani like plastic bottles turn into a new containers, pwede pa siya mahimo, di ba nga, new containers or clothing fibers. This reduce the need to extract new raw materials. Okay, next slide, please. Okay. Another example, napaday ay 6 examples. Kaning first, the eco bricks are plastic bottles tightly packed with non-biodegradable waste like wrappers and sachet. These are used as building materials for bench walls, or garden structures. They help reduce plastic pollution and provide a low cost or eco-friendly construction option for communities. Kaning yung itong material and glass repurposing. Old metal and glass items are collected, cleaned, and reused instead of being thrown away. Glass bottles and jars can be used for um, storage or decoration. Diba? Pwede pa siya mahimong or decorate. Then, while scrap metal can be melted and turned into a new product. These reduce the need for new raw materials and lowers environmental pollution. Then the last is biogas production. Biogas is produced by breaking down organic waste such as food, scraps, animal manure, and plant materials in a sealed container. This process create gas that can be used for cooking or electricity, and it reduce waste, lowers greenhouse gas emission, and provide a renewable resource of energy. Okay, next slide please. Okay, so dili lang di ay siya six examples. Na siya 6, 7, 8. So, 8 examples. Uh, the second to the last is paper recycling. Kani siya. Paper recycling use papers such as newspaper, notebooks, and carton is collected and processed into a new paper product. This help reduce the need to cut down trees, save energy and water, and minimize the amount of waste sent to landfills. Okay, the last, ano, the last example, the food waste recovery. Okay, leftover food and organic waste are redirected instead of being thrown away. Edible food can be donated to people in need, while inedible scrap can be turned into compost or animal feed. This reduce waste, prevent pollution, and support communities and the environment. Next slide. Okay. Okay, community roles in the 3Rs: household, school, and organizational participation, accountability, and shared responsibility. So everyone in the community has a role in reducing waste, like reduce, like yung use fewer resources, avoid single-use plastic, kaning sa household participation, kaning makita na to sa mga balay nakasegregate ang kanilang, you know, ginalahi nila ang mga kanilang mga basura kung saan yung biodegradable and non-biodegradable. Then the school participation, ginatuluan nila ang student uh, kanang na gani mga uban or mag-implement og program about sa mga ways kung saan pag ah, labay og tarong sa mga basura kung saan ilagay ang mga malata at hindi malata. Ganyan. School participation, like teaching student about environmental responsibility. Okay. And next slide. Okay. Practical strategies for reuse, and recycle. When you say reduce, this is the um, minimize waste at the source. Like um, instead of buying bottled water every day, bring na lang mo atong mga kanang pwede ma-refillan na water bottle gani in ana siya. And then sa reuse, use the items again and again, extend the life of things before throwing them away. Like ato kong giingon, ang mga old t-shirt can be reused as cleaning clothes, mga inana. Then the recycle, uh, process waste into a new materials. Properly sort, dispose of materials can be recycled. Separate biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste. Clean recycles, plastic bottles, like puntahay di ba yung mga can gani nga ginagamit, di ba? Bago na to ilabay, di ba may mga sulod pa, dapat i-separate na to ang can o patumay sulod sa can kay anak di ba na halos. And then follow your local recycling rules, bring recyclable to collection centers or junk shop, then compost food scrap like fruit peels and vegetable waste. Okay, so everyday action, minimize single-use plastic, repurpose materials, and proper segregation. Then the local innovation, Ecobricks compost rates and recycling cooperative. Next slide, please. Kani. the barriers to community involvement challenges, lack of awareness, di ba, sa katong during our community such and duty. Makita jud na mo nga kaning ay uban house nga ang ilahang basura is gitapok nila tanan which is mali kayo. So, kita nga murag knowledgeable nga kanang murag dapat tayo matun-an about ana. So, kita is ano na lang ta, kita ang magpa-remind and mag-advise. And then, if tayo ang mag-advise in a nice way sa siguro kanang dili sila masakitan, ganyan. And then, okay, karang dili malain ang mga ano, tao, ganyan. With respect in ano ta mag-approach kay di wala naman say mali if mag ano ta mag-advise. Okay, that's all and thank you and let's for the speaker please.
Okay, good day everyone. I am Joanna Lorraine as Empleo. I am the second speaker. So I hope all of you are doing well. Today I will discuss an important topic about how communities can work together to protect the environment and create long term positive change. So, we all know that environmental problems are becoming more serious today. We see overflowing garbage, plastic pollution, flooding caused by clogged drainage, and the effects of climate change. Sometimes people think these problems are too big to solve. But the truth is, change can start in simple ways when people work together. No single person or group can solve environmental issues alone. It needs cooperation from the government, schools, youth, organizations, and families. If everyone contributes, even in small ways, the results can become powerful. So, for my topic today, I will explain how partnerships, education, motivation, and monitoring can help communities become cleaner, greener, and more responsible. Okay, so first, let's talk about strengthening partnerships and collaboration. Environmental programs become more successful when many groups help each other. If only one group is working, progress can be slow. But when different sectors unite, they can share ideas, resources, and responsibilities. So, LGUs or local government units plays a very important role because they are responsible for implementing local policies and service. They can ordinance about waste segregation, anti-littering laws, and environmental protection. They can also provide garbage collection services, recycling centers, cleanup programs, tree planting activities, and the community seminars. The NGOs or the non-government organizations. So NGO helps communities by offering expertise, training, and support. Many NGO focus on environmental protection, disaster preparedness, and sustainable living. So they can provide educational workshops, funding for projects, volunteers, research, and technical support. So, community groups. Community groups include barangay, councils, homeowner associations, youth organizations, and local volunteers. They are important because they know the real needs of the area. They are also the ones closest to the people. So, for example, if a barangay has too much plastic waste, so mauna ilahang mga ginahimo so the LGU can provide segregated bins, and the NGO kay sila ang teach sa residents about recycling. And ang community leaders kay sila ang monitor sa households if nag-follow ba sa program. Because they work together, so the project has a better chance of success. So partnership is powerful because everyone brings something valuable to the table. Next is the role of youth, schools, and faith-based organization. Now let's talk about the role of youth. So youth is the young people are one of the strongest forces for change. They are energetic, creative, and active online. So they can easily spread awareness through social media and inspire others. So many youth today are passionate about climate action and environmental issues. So example, students can create TikTok videos about recycling, post awareness, campaigns on Facebook, or organize cleanup drives. So, schools are where values and habits are developed, and students spend many years in school. So, it is the perfect place to teach environmental responsibility. So, school can promote waste segregation inside classrooms, reusable tumblers and lunchbox, gardening projects, Earth Day programs, and the environmental clubs. So, for example, a school can launch a No Plastic Wednesday where students avoid bringing plastic wrappers. So, faith based organizations. So, this is the church, mosques, mosque, and religious group can also make a huge impact because many people listen to their guidance. So they can teach that protecting nature is also part of caring for God's creation. So, for example, a church may organize tree planting after Sunday worship or encourage members to reduce waste events. So, when youth environmental values become part of everyday life. So, um, next slide, please. Behavior change and education, communication, campaigns, storytelling, peer influence, and incentives. So, the word behavior change and education communication campaigns. So, behavior change and education campaigns, many people know that pollution is bad, But knowledge alone is not enough. Real change happens when people turn knowledge into action. That is why communication connects people and motivates them to practice better habits. So, examples of good behaviors: throwing trash in proper bins, segregating waste, using reusable bags, saving water, turning off unused lights, and avoiding littering. So why people sometimes do not change? Kay sometimes people say, wala man ko'y time, isa lang man akong basura, and others are doing it too. So this mindset is common, but it is harmful. So effective communication, instead of simply saying do not litter. So we can explain when trash blocks canals, it causes flooding that affects families. So this message is stronger because it connects actions to consequence. Ways to communicate: posters in barangays, social media posts, school orientations, webinar like this one, short videos, and community meetings. So people change more when they understand why it matter and how it affects them personally. So next, let's talk about the motivation. Sometimes facts and rules are not enough. People respond better to emotions, examples, and encouragement. So for the storytelling, stories are powerful because they are real and relatable. So example, a mother shares that before they segregated waste, garbage piled up near their house and attract pests. So after joining a cleanup program, their area became cleaner and safer for children. So that story can inspire more than statistics. For the peer influence, people are influenced by what others do. So if students see their classmate bringing reusable bottles, and naman keep their surroundings clean, others may feel encouraged to do the same. So the incentives. Incentives is rewards help motivate participation. So example, cleanest Parok Award, best recycling classroom, certificates for volunteers, small prize during eco events. So positive examples and recognition can encourage lasting change. So next slide ko please. Okay. Monitoring and sustaining impact, tracking progress through audits and feedback, celebrating success stories to inspire commitment. So, for the word monitoring and sustaining impact, it is start with me project is exciting, but keeping it active is the real challenge. Kay dagag programs nagabigyan na strong kaayo but slowly naga-fade because wala naga-follow up. That is why monitoring is necessary. So we should ask, um, is the program still active? Are people still participating? Are the surroundings cleaner now? What challenges are happening? So example, a barangay starts weekly cleanup drives, but after 1 month, fewer people join. So this means leaders should adjust the plan, maybe change the schedule or add new motivation. So, success is not just starting strong, staying consistent. Okay, forward tracking progress through audits and feedback. This is to improve programs. So, we need to measure progress. Audits, audits mean checking what is working, people's experience, and suggestions. So, examples residents may say, need nila og daghan ng beans. Like collection schedule should improve and more seminars are needed. So kani nga comments are valuable because they help leaders to make better decisions. Kasi if we stronger over time. Lastly, the celebrating success stories to inspire commitment. So we should celebrate achievements, no? Guys, sometimes people get tired helping if they feel unnoticed. But when efforts are appreciated, mas mamotivate sila na mag-help. So, example, if a barangay reduce waste by 40%, so this should be recognized during assemblies or online announcements. So if ang students naman work hard in a cleanup campaign, so they deserve certificates or appreciation posts. So celebrating success shows that hard work create real results. So recognition inspires people to continue doing good work. Okay, to end my discussion, so environmental protection is everyone's responsibility. Government leaders, school, youth, organizations, families, and individuals all have roles to play. When we combine partnerships, education, motivation, and consistent action, real change becomes possible. So, we don't need to be perfect. We only need to start and continue. So, small actions, when done by many people, can create a cleaner and healthier future. So, thank you so much, everyone, for listening.